think that individuals who are on probation and have a golden opportunity to better themselves would follow through, but that's not what happened here. And so that should have been thought of back in 23. Then in 25, we have the possession of cocaine. And Mr. O'Mara, your attorney, has done a wonderful job in efforts to try and pull you out of the fire, so to speak. He's well-reasoned, he's well-learned, and he has done everything in his power. But one thing he can't do is he can't stand guard and watch your every move. People of the state of Michigan versus Mackenzie May Champagne, there's two files, 25-7255 FH and 23-7000 FH. Time of day set for sentencing in both matters. Ms. Champagne is present, represented by Attorney Kyle T. O'Mara. People are represented by Prosecuting Attorney Timothy J. Rutkowski. In the 2300 file, Ms. Champagne pled to probation violation, and in 7255, we have plea to possession of cocaine. That plea was entered on April 21. Ms. Mandy Alexander prepared the pre-sentence report dated May 22nd of this year. Mr. O'Mara, have you and your client had the opportunity to review both reports?
Yes, sir.
Are there any additions, deletions, corrections, or objections?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections scoring the guidelines of the 25?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Champagne, do you agree with that?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Rutkowski, any objection to the report as well as guidelines?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. O'Mara, what would you like to say on behalf of your client before the court imposes sentence?
Your Honor, if you'll recall, when Ms. Champagne originally before the court, I believe, when she entered her plea, there was some confusion, admittedly, on my part about her status on the probation cases as far as HIDA versus 7411. Originally, part of the plea offer in the new file anticipated she would potentially be eligible for 7411 status. Then we learned that she was on 7411 for the probation file, hence the filing of my petition for HIDA on the new file. Your Honor has reviewed the report, knows Ms. Champagne's history, knows she's currently pursuing a master's degree in social work, and that is certainly her intended career path. Your Honor, as you likely guess, if the court were to either not grant HIDA status in the new file or revoke her 7411 status in the probation file, it would effectively derail her entire career path. So I'm asking the court to consider holding a significant amount of jail time over Ms. Champagne's head, but to grant HIDA in the new file, maintain 7411 in the existing file. She understands that this is effectively her last chance if the court grants our request. There won't be any other opportunities for deferred status on any future files, and she will spend some significant time behind bars. So, Your Honor, I believe Ms. Champagne has some things she'd like to say as well, but that's what we're asking the court to do is, again, order a suspended jail sentence, allow her to maintain a clean record, a clean felony record with those two deferral statuses, and allow her to continue her education and her planned career path. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Mara. Ms. Champagne, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you for the opportunity. I just want to begin by taking full accountability because for the longest time I did not. I lied, I minimized, I tried to tell myself that I wasn't causing as much harm as I was. But I know now I was out of control. I made mistakes that endangered my health, betrayed the trust of people I care about, and I can own that now. It led me straight here. Before December 5th, and after December 5th, I am completely sober of all drugs and alcohol.
Again, I'm sorry.
December 5th,
Oh, December.
2024. I'm completely sober, and it has made immense changes in my life. I didn't realize how much of that darkness was fueled by my addiction, but I was ashamed and I didn't speak up. I just hid it. In January, I started my grad school for my MSW, and I finished the semester with honors. I am beginning to take my internship in the fall to work with people with mental health struggles and substance use. I'm working on a certification for working with people as an alcohol and drug counselor. I didn't think I'd be strong enough for that, but I do believe now that I am. Before Operation Nighthawk happened, I lost my grandpa in October, and I remember like begging him for a sign. And a week later was Operation Nighthawk, and as awful as it was, I did find peace in that because I felt like he was giving me the push that I needed. So I know that this will always be a part of my story, but it's not who I am anymore, and I ask for a chance to prove that through my actions and allow the court to see me as I am today.
Thank you. Mr. Rakowski, anything on behalf of?
As it relates to the newest file, 25 file, people agree that the court considers that we have no objection to sentencing Ms. Champagne to HYTA status on that one. Mr. O'Mara and I have had a long conversation on it. As it relates to the older file, though, we agree with the Department of Corrections, and we ask to adopt their recommendations, revoking HIDA and unsuccessful discharge.
Well, this is difficult from the perspective that we have a young lady who is highly educated, has a career plan set in front of her, and has ultimate goals of doing something different in the community or providing a service that's essential. And when Ms. Champagne stated about having the chance, we thought that chance was back in 23. And had it not been for Operation Nighthawk, which I think it opened the court's eyes, because, you know, you think that individuals who are on probation and have a golden opportunity to better themselves would follow through, but that's not what happened here. And so that should have been thought of back in 23. Then in 25, we have the possession of cocaine. And Mr. O'Mara, your attorney, has done a wonderful job in efforts to try and pull you out of the fire, so to speak. He's well-reasoned, he's well-learned, and he has done everything in his power. But one thing he can't do is he can't stand guard and watch your every move. And fortunately, you're back before the court again, not only on a violation, but a new case as well. I respectfully disagree. An opportunity was given to you back in 23. That failed. And now we have the matter in 25. It will be the sentence of this court in the 23 file that your 7411 status is revoked. Unsuccessful discharge from probation. You shall serve 30 days in the county jail, credit for 4 days previously served. The 25 file will be the sentence of this court will be placed on a term of probation for 2 years. Conditions include the standard conditions: not to violate any criminal law of any of the government, not to leave the state of Michigan without prior approval support, notifying the probation agent at least monthly or such times and places the agent may require, not to use or possess alcoholic beverages or other intoxicants or enter bars or places where the primary purpose is to serve alcohol for consumption on the premises. You are to comply with requirements of alcohol and drug testing as directed by the field agent, and not attempt to submit any fraudulent or adulterated samples for testing, or hinder, obstruct, tamper, or otherwise interfere with any of the testing procedures. You are not to use or possess any controlled substances or drug paraphernalia unless prescribed to you by a licensed physician, or can be around anyone that possesses those items. You are to complete outpatient or residential substance abuse treatment when referred by the agent. You are to complete a substance abuse assessment when referred by the agent. You are to complete any mental health or other recommended treatment following assessment by a qualified community-based service provider. You are not to engage in any assault of abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You are not to have any verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with any person was housed within an MDOC facility without permission of the agent, nor are you to have the same type of communication with anyone that's engaged in behavior that constitutes a violation of any criminal law of any government. No possession of weapons. You are not to even own, use, or have under your control a weapon of any type, not even an invitation. You can't be around anyone that possesses those items. You are to contact the supervising field agent no later than the first business day following your placement on probation or release from jail. Comply with all written and verbal orders of the agent. Allow the agent to your residence at any time for supervision, where you are subject to a search of your person and property, including but not limited to your home, vehicle, or computer without the need of a warrant. If the agent has reasonable cause, you have items that violate the terms of your probation. Any arrest or police contact, loss of employment, or change of residence must be reported within 24 hours. Continue to make genuine effort to find and maintain legitimate employment, the standing condition. Crime victims assessment of $130. Probation supervision fee of $30 regular, $60 electronic. Court cost of $100 payable at the rate of $5 a month. Fine of $100 payable at the rate of $5 a month. Court's going to waive attorney fees. $68 in state costs will be ordered. Probation officer or the department is authorized and empowered under statute to effect your apprehension, detention, or confinement or detention up to 72 hours on reasonable cause you violated probation. If referred, you must successfully complete any PA 511 programming based upon eligibility, and you must serve 30 days in the county jail. Credit for 1 day served. 29 days of that will be held in advance. No homes youthful training status. It's my duty to inform you of the right to seek leave to appeal if you're financially unable to provide counsel of your own choice. The court will assign counsel for your public expense. Please initial the receipt and questionnaire form requesting the assignment of counsel, both of which must be executed under oath and filed with the court before 48 days. I'm probation.
Could the Champagne, she works 5 days a week, could she serve those 3 days on weekends?
I will allow work release.
Your Honor, could she report this evening and some affairs in order?
What time is she going to report?
$5
5 p.m. is fine. Thank you. But again, you are to report to the jail right at 5 p.m. Do not be late, and they will be testing. I'm not saying you're violating anything, but they will be testing. So I will make it work. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, I have a few moments with Champagne.
Yes, you